Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 as Real Madrid. So we're back in action today, league action. We are away at Oviedo. Barcelona are also back today. They're away at Sevilla. It would be nice if they could come back with a loss. Just to recap what happened last episode, unfortunately we went to Atletico and we lost 1-0 with a late goal. Our first loss of the season makes us 16-0-1. Really disappointing, but we are still 13 points clear of Atletico, so absolutely no worries in my mind about where the title is going to end up. So Fidalgo's injured, he comes off the bench for Dani Carvajal. Sergio Ramos will be able to come in. He can come in for Vallejo and he can come on for Rugani. He'll switch with Varane. Now, Carvajal needs a bit of match fitness, so he won't be starting today. Morata's not going to start either. Origi will come in for him. Morata's been relatively disappointing for a little while now actually. Origi has been pretty good, playing above himself I would say, so he's going to get the chance against Oviedo today. Has to be a win after a poor performance last time. That's certainly putting it mildly, a poor performance, but I'm going to tell them they should be winning it without any problem at all. It's not a particularly tough game I wouldn't say. If we have a little look at league table, Oviedo are currently sitting 7th, which is excellent for them. Doing very well. They're actually above Barcelona, which is funny. But I still expect to come here and get the victory. That loss away to Atletico certainly can't be allowed to start a chain of events that sees us blowing possibly the biggest lead I've ever had in a Football Manager game. Marcelo driving forward in the middle of the park here, no one closing him down. He goes wide to Danilo. Danilo got a bit of space to cross here. He swings it in, keeper should get, yep. Keeper gathers it above Origi. It was a poor cross actually from Danilo there. Defensive line sitting very deep. Origi able to press the goalkeeper. Ball comes forward. Danilo will head it on to Bale, who's got a bit of space to work in now. Comes inside. Cutting in on that left. Has to roll it back to Kroos. Kroos to James Rodriguez. He backheels it to Bale. Finds Ronaldo. Hits it first time, deflected. Out to Marcelo. Poor ball back in. Headed away though by Suarez. Will come back to Marcelo. Marcelo again driving into the centre. Plays it to Modric. Modric to Kroos. On to Origi. Beats one. Plays it to Ronaldo. One touch shot goal. Fantastic start. 23rd goal of the season for Cristiano Ronaldo. He was unlucky away at Atletico when he struck the post. And it's a good start in our first game after that Atletico defeat. We could have, the hedge could have went down here. We could have made it tricky for ourselves, but we've done well to come out fighting and get that quick goal. And I'm going to have to take Gareth Bale off for Berardi now. Hopefully Berardi comes on and uses this chance to shine. No booking for Ramos, that's good. I was a bit concerned he was going to go in the book there. And it's cleared long, but Marcelo will pick that up. A lot of teams do that, dump it long like that, and Marcelo ends up picking it up. Drives centrally, plays it to Varane. Varane comes forward to Berardi. Nice flick to Kroos. Toni Kroos, great overlap from Danilo. Gets the ball in quickly. Origi flicks it beyond the goalkeeper for a goal. Phenomenal finish. His 10th of the season. He is into double figures in his first season at Real Madrid, and it's not even January yet. Danilo with the throw. Berardi takes a nice touch. Good ball in, deflects, keeper saves, and sort of picks it up. Ends up with the ball in his hands. Either way, the goalkeeper. He kicks it long. Marcelo will actually intercept, and there's actually life in this action yet. Modric to Kroos. Kroos should go up to James. On to Berardi. Quickly moving around here. Berardi, nice ball. Danilo, can he find Ronaldo? He can. Easy goal. Easiest goal Ronaldo will ever score. 3 and easy before half time. Makes me wish I had someone like Sergio Diaz on the bench to throw on here, but nonetheless, 45 minutes down, 3-0 up. And we can bring on Carvajal actually to get him some fitness. Danilo's played very well today. Origi to Modric, now Ramos. Ramos to Marcelo. No booking for Varane either. Good, the referee's been relatively lenient with us here. I'm actually going to tell the lads just to stay on their feet. There is a booking for Marcelo. The last thing we need is Marcelo suspended with Gaia being injured. Vadillo now losing it to Ronaldo. He plays it to James Rodriguez. On to Toni Kroos. Back to Modric. Forward to Berardi. Berardi coming forward, plays it to James Rodriguez, lots of space for him to work. He rolls it to Ronaldo. To Modric now. Kroos, they're advancing. Kroos plays it to Berardi, bit of space. Dinks it forward. Origi, chance, good save. Nice play by us once again. I don't believe there's any other action taking place right now. No, there is not. So what does that mean for the league table? We will be on 51, Barcelona are on 24, so we will have 27 point gap. Barcelona will be able to make 9 points of that up if they win the 3 games in hand, so that will be an 18 point gap still, if they win all those games in hand. Michu out wide to Pereira, bit of a chance for them to get something here, nice cutback, Michu, and it's a good finish you have to say, but really disappointed to concede that. 3rd goal of the season for Michu, 100th of his career. Well done for Michu, but I'm disappointed that we've conceded there. And for the last 20 or so minutes, I'm going to throw on Kovacic. I want to get Kovacic more game time now. I see him as a long-term successor to Modric as Modric ages, so he'll need to start playing more in that position. Of course, Modric is still world class, so he is naturally the first choice in that position. But Kroos is going to, Kovacic is going to have to step up and take more game time. Berardi now coming inside. Oh, and giving it away to Michu. This is not good. 10 minutes left. If we were to ship another for 3-2, we'd be in trouble. Okay, Ramos pinches it back, plays it to Kroos. Inside to James, and they've got a bit of space to work now. Kovacic. Overlap is good from Carvajal. Can he find Origi? Swings it in. Origi hits the bar. Oof. Unlucky from the Belgian. Goalkeeper Sanchez playing it out to Fernandez. They're trying to play out the back now. Ferro forward to Rodri. It's a bit strange for them to play out the back this late in the game, needing 2 goals. Kroos pinches it. Marcelo inside to James Rodriguez. He flicks it to Kovacic. Good ball forward to Origi. He's looking for a run. Plays it back to Kovacic. Looks to find Ronaldo, but it is thumped up the park. Sergio Ramos will track back and pick this one up. Eventually. Crossfield to Varane. Looking forward. Could easily play it to Kroos. Does. Nice chip forward. Kroos allowed far too much space. Great ball to Ronaldo, who makes a run. Can he score? Oof, no. He goes across goal looking for his hat-trick. But it goes well wide. It was a good day today for Ronaldo and a good day for Origi. A goal and an assist for Origi and 2 goals for Ronaldo. I'm very pleased with how Origi's done, to be honest, but I'm equally disappointed with how Morata's done. Considering he was just inhuman last season, Morata, he's been rather poor this season. Only got the 10 goals and he's been given more game time than Origi has. Or does Morata have slightly more than 10? I'm not certain, but it's round about that number. It's not much between them. So Oviedo coming forward here. Rodri. Possible chance. Ball to Michu. Cut out easily by Ramos. Excellent play. Carvajal forward to Berardi. Berardi looks forward to Origi. Can he find Ronaldo here? He's going to go himself, Origi. No, he finds Ronaldo. Can he smash it across goal? He can. Back post Berardi. 4-1. Good for Berardi getting on the scoreline there. He only has 4 goals now, but still it's nice of him to get a goal. We need him to pop up like that far more often. Nice to see him score though. Nice to see him score. As long as he can keep at it, as long as he can keep getting appearances, as long as he can keep play, as long as he can keep at it, I think he'll come good. But he's taken more time to settle in than Origi, that's for sure. So it'll be a goal kick to Real Madrid, which we won't take, and it ends 4-1. A good victory to bounce back from the first defeat of the season. Only 5 to 8 days for Bale, that's good. Now, why was Max Allegri there? He's tracking Danilo. Alright, he's not going to get Danilo, but he can track him all he wants. Let's have a look at the result in the Barcelona game. Let's actually play that for Spanish Cup game as well. Let's just advance to that. We'll have a little look at what this note is. I don't actually remember what it is. Okay, Barcelona with a 3-0 victory. They've come back in pretty good shape. We'll take a look at this note and we'll also get our players in the start of the transfer window. So I did scout this Zika guy. He looks like a pretty good fullback. He looks like he could be a successor to Marcelo. So we'll certainly keep him in mind. Benfica also interested in him, so we'll make sure we keep him in mind, but I'm not ready to get rid of Marcelo quite yet. Don't want Nasri either. Orellana, pretty decent, but no. Gomez, no. Nastasic, no. Lucas Bilia we could get for free, but his wage demands are ridiculous, and he's already 31, so no point there. Ronaldo winning the Ballon d'Or, which is nice. He's also, yeah, he's World Player of the Year, won the Golden Ball as well. Our players in World Team of the Year: Ronaldo, 4 on the bench, Morata, Bale and Ramos. Keylor Navas, North American Goalkeeper of the Year, just ahead of William Yarbrough, who looks average, and Alfredo Talavera, who looks pretty average, but he is old anyway. Pogba, French Player of the Year, then Griezmann, then Varane. So we've got a lot of players featuring in those Team of the Year lineups. So we'll just carry on to this note here and see what it actually says. Fidalgo has a 120k release clause. Interesting. And he's wanted by a couple of teams on loan. So let's just continue here. Get to that note, and we'll see the results from the Atletico Madrid game today. They win 3-0. As expected, they would win. So there's a couple of players here. Oh, actually, Penaranda here. Venezuelan, 14 caps already at 20 years old. Striker. Looks okay. Looks okay. 14.75 to 29.5. He's about the same as Origi apparently, which is quite interesting. But I'm not interested at the moment. And I'm not interested in any of the others either. Prices are pretty damn high anyway. So we will give them the attacking training before the Espanyol game. And training report, yeah, I realised that was the note there, but we'll take a look in a second. Rugani training well, yep. Marian Prince training well, yep. And Sergio Diaz also training well, good. It's nice to get the young lads like that training well, although the Real Madrid B report, or Sergio Diaz, not Diaz, slightly confusing. So, Meligoni reminder, we have to take a look at him. He's on loan from Livorno at Atalanta. Right, let's get an up-to-date report on him. He looks like a pretty decent player. We'll see what that report says, and we'll advance on also to the Espanyol game. Couple of bids in for Florin Andoni there. Let's see. Do we have that report? Well, the Premier Division window is opened, and Arsenal there being linked with a £40.5 million move for Morata. They would have to cough up way more than that to get him. Yeah, Meligoni is still 5-star potential, it says. I think it's worth getting him. How has he been doing? We did very well on loan at Cremonese, I believe, and he's doing very well on loan at Livorno. Admittedly not particularly big clubs, but I certainly think we should make an offer to try and pinch him. Let's bid $1 million and see what they say. They want 30 million. I don't think so. Let's go to 5. Alright, I don't think it's going to happen somehow. He's a good player, but he's not that damn good. Right. We were going to look at Andoni. I believe he's at Deportivo. Let's have a look, see. Yep, there he is. 24 years old, 8 goals from 16 games. Minimum fee release clause of 20 million, which Dortmund and Schalke have met. Do you know, I'm not going to do anything about him. I'm just going to let him go. I don't want him that much to cough up the 20 million. And Arsenal have inquired about Morata. Okay, let's tell them 70 million and see what they say. It takes 70, I guess. Whoa, they bid 60 million. Wow. Alright, let's think about this here. He's a good player. He's not much better than Origi. The fans really like him. He's... Let's see. No, I'm going to reject it. I'm going to reject it. He is a good player. I think I've been clouded a little bit by him having a bit of a poor spell in form, but he's certainly better than 60 million. He's better than letting him go, to be honest. We should be keeping him here for the length of his career. I am pretty tempted by the money, but I'm not gonna take it. We're gonna reject that. So let's have a little look here. Danilo will come off for Carvajal. Jesus Vallejo will come onto the bench. We're at home to Espanyol in the cup, right? Okay, so Berardi can come onto the field. Asensio onto the bench. Marcelo is out. Jose Gaya, interestingly, is still out. So we're gonna have to go. Let's shuffle it around a little bit. Ramos will go to right back. Carvajal will go to left back, and Varane and Rugani will be in there. No, actually, do you know what? Vallejo and Rugani. Marcelo off the bench for Diaz, I guess. And we're going to go with young Marian Prince as the goalkeeper. Asensio can replace James Rodriguez. Kovacic can come in for Modric. And I think we're ready to go with this. Or do we go... No, do you know what? Ronaldo off for Morata. Morata can start up top and Origi can start wide right. Wide left. So let's make sure we've actually made the correct decision about Morata. Let's see if he can bang in a few goals today and proved us that he deserves to stay here at Real Madrid. If he went out today and recorded a 5.8 or something like that, I might call Arsenal and see if they still want to give me the 60 million. But let's just see. I've got faith in him. He scored an absolute ton of goals last year. If he can get his mojo back, he should still be that player this year. He hasn't been terrible this year. I think it's one of those things where he set expectations last year and just hasn't lived up. So it's whipped in, headed, and it's actually deceived the young goalkeeper, and we are 1-0 down. That is not good. I definitely think Keylor Navas saves that, so it's one of those ones where that's a hazard that you have to deal with when you're trying to bring through youth players, especially in goals. But the rest of the team should be able to bail him out. They go back to their goalkeeper, Paul Lopez. He plays it long. Should be dealt with by a centre-back. We let him to actually take it down, but Vallejo with a good challenge. Toni Kroos now, looking forward, plays it to Berardi. Berardi driving at the centre. Terrible ball forward for Origi. Header away will be picked up by Toni Kroos though. He lobs it out wide for Carvajal. Overlap. Gets the ball in. Morata's up, and Morata scored. Excellent. Could not ask for more. That is his 11th goal, so I was correct when I said previously that he was on only 10 for the season. But he does well there, deceives their goalkeeper, and it's 1-1. Diego Gonzalez to Lucas Piazzon as they try to push forward here. Lopez to Jordan. Lucas Piazzon, he's going to try and run his... Oh, Ramos! Ugh. Well, we got almost halfway through the season before we received a stupid red card. Asensio comes off for Varane, I guess, who can kinda do that position. We're gonna have to try and do this now. Origi and Berardi don't really like playing that deep, but there's not much I can do. We can't be too cavalier. If we get the draw here, I'm supremely confident we can field a full strength 11 and go away and defeat them in the second leg. But that's really disappointing of Ramos to just lunge in like that. But Schwei now on for them. I'm going to try and encourage them. If we'd still had the full complement and it was 1-1, I would have expressed my displeasure at the draw, but the draw is okay with 10. So Duarte's long throw actually cut out by Kovacic, eagle-eyed. He's battering forward. He needs Morata to make more of a move. He's still going, Kovacic, and eventually losing it to David Lopez. Morata didn't move enough for me there. Pau Lopez lobs it long. We should deal with that. It's a poor header though. Victor Sanchez takes it by Kovacic, forward for Batshuayi now. Has to hold it up for a while. Just walks through the defence and it's easy for the young German goalkeeper. It may be tense right now. We may be in a position we didn't want to be in this game, but at the end of the day, bringing through these youth players is definitely going to be worth it when we have a world-class goalkeeper, because he's played these games early in his career. It will definitely have been worth it. That's one thing we actually 2-1. That's one thing we actually lack right now as a world-class goalkeeper. Keylor Navas is a decent goalkeeper, but not world-class, I wouldn't say. So Ronaldo now on for who would we bring him on for? Origi, I guess. Ronaldo can go up top with Morata, and I'm going to bring on Modric for Berardi. We're going to go narrower here. Kroos can drop deeper. He can be a playmaker from that deep position. Modric and Kovacic in the midfield. We're going to go with Ronaldo as the target man up there. Morata can play as an advance forward, and all we're going to do now, structure the team, more attacking. We're going to have to go at higher pace. We're going to have to go narrow, pump the ball into the box, go route one, hit early crosses. We're just going to have to go with that now. We're not going to be expressive or roam from those positions. We're just going to try and aim it up to Ronaldo and Morata here. We're in a bit of bother here. A 2-1 loss I still think we can overturn. Even 3-1 we could overturn. But if they rack up a couple more, we could be in bother of going out here. Really disappointing. This will be 2 home Spanish Cup ties in a row that we haven't won. We had the draw against the team which in the game is called Real Irun, which I have noticed in real life after I did a bit of research that is actually Real Union. Carvajal's clearance makes its way to Batshuayi and it's 3-1. I'm really going to have to try and push them on now. 3-1. 3-1 I don't like. I don't like having to come back from 2 goals down. I think it's well within us, but it's not good. Pau Lopez kicking it long now. And Carvajal hasn't won a single header all day, I don't think. Vallejo to Kovacic. Modric now forward for Ronaldo. Ronaldo waits for the overlap. Carvajal getting on. Plays it back to Kovacic. And Modric, he goes back to Vallejo. There we go. Vallejo long to Ronaldo. Doesn't quite win the header. Modric down to Morata. Flicks it in. Ronaldo. Oh, and a good save. Varane now with the ball. Tries to cross it, but it's blocked. So that's exactly how this tactic has to work. Hit it forward. Make them compete with Ronaldo in the air. Win the second ball. And then get it in quickly. It's a good save though from the goalkeeper. Oof. Varane tries a speculative volley there. Modric with the ball out wide. And it's a poor pass. As much as this is probably the fault of poor defending and possibly not having a good enough goalkeeper in today, Ramos has to take the blame. 11 vs 11, we still easily win this game. Ball's delivered, Ranocchia is up, away by Varane, picked up by Lucas Piazzon forward, and then that's it. A 3-1 home loss, really poor, our first home loss of the season. We've laid into them, of course. Barcelona win 4-1 away at Sevilla. Atletico Madrid held 2-2 at home by Valencia. Ramos is banned. We're not going to appeal it and we're definitely going to warn him for getting sent off there. And the Spain boss was in the stands watching, obviously, a host of our players. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's a bit of a sour note to end on, unfortunately, losing the Spanish Cup home tie. But next time we will be at home to Sevilla, full strength side, hoping to push on in the league. I hope you'll come back for that one, and I'll see you next time.